alright. Here's a new fan I picked up off of a eBay seller who happens to live in Massachusetts. This is a Relite Airmaster Mark VII industrial ceiling fan. Now, for those who have been on this channel for a while, you already know that these are huge childhood fans for me. Biggest reason is that there's the arcade, the Salem Willows, that has 4 of them in one arcade, and there was like another portion of the arcade that had 3 other ones on longer down rods, though that was in a separate building. Those fans are still there to this day. Originally, there used to be 5 of these Relite Airmasters in the main arcade, and then one got replaced by a Mark VIII Airmaster, basically a Crompton Goodies hybrid look-alike. And then in the back area, they have 4 black can-arm high performances, the older ones. I think they call high performances the older ones as well, but I could be mistaken. But yeah, these are not really hard to find in my area. They are pretty common, though to find someone that's willing to get rid of them, that's the tricky part. Same thing with almost all other industrials in this area. Now, yeah, they are pretty common in this area, unlike other areas that they're harder to find. I do see these quite a bit, especially in the city that I live in. But yeah, I've seen these a lot as a kid. The ones I just mentioned. There's the one at the Kittery Training Post, one in the long down road above the stairway. There was 3 of them in a supermarket somewhat close to the city that my dad lives. It's on the Mass, New Hampshire border. Fortunately, they're closed down now. Now it's become a Family Dollar. But there was 3 of them in a supermarket like that. There's another supermarket. And I remember having a few of these on long down roads. There was a Stop and Shop. And then they removed them after they did a renovation. I'm trying to think where else I've seen these. I know I've seen a few. Oh, there's a few at the Lawrence Habitat that me, Mark, and Brandon, and Nathan have all been to a few times. I have a few from there that have burnt bearings and such. Or burnt windings, not burnt bearings. And there's a few that used to be at that auto shop that has been torn down, unfortunately. They also had a 56-inch Pro line, one in the back. There was a few other places. There's a place I never did film at because it was always in a closed-off area of like some tool rental place of like machines. They had like 2 of them in the entrance area, but I think they've since been removed as the place is now vacant. There's that auto shop that has a few of these along with a Evergo type spinner of some sort. But yeah, basically I've seen these in a lot of places as a kid and growing up and such. But I've always just liked the look of it. Has a very 70s and 80s look to them. I'm trying to think. Oh, and there's a few other places I remember seeing these at. That place being a church in the downstairs area. They had one above the stage with no blades on it, and there was, I think there was 2 other ones down, 2 or 3 of them. Either there were 3 of them altogether, or there was 2 with blades and 1 on the stage without the blades. I'm not sure those fans are still there. I haven't been there in almost 20 years now, but they still might be down there to this day. In the upstairs area of that church, they had, I think 2 or 3 5-weighted white originals, but these are the American version one and such. But yeah, I've seen these a lot as a kid, and they're definitely major childhood fans. Now, they're not well made whatsoever in terms of quality, but they're still a pretty good big childhood fan for me. Now, these are made in Britain, from what I've heard. And there's the tag for it underneath the canopy. It is from July of 1987. Yep, it is made in England. Some people don't like it when the canopies look just cut out like this. I honestly prefer it like that because that's how I see them all the time as a kid. But yeah, there was another one that he had that he already sold on eBay. That was the one I was actually reaching out to him for. Then he mentioned that that one sold, and he had another one that he'd be willing to sell. The one that sold and happened to have went to a collector, thankfully. I'll post that video in the description below. And I'll also post the seller's eBay account in the description below. That way, if you guys want to see what he's selling, you can check it out. I would mention who it is, but he does prefer to remain anonymous for the time being, unless he decides to have an online presence in the future. But to respect his wishes, I am keeping it anonymous. But yeah, he does have a lot of cool stuff that he sells. There's more fans that will be buying from him in the future and such. But he does have a third one of these that's completely locked up, but for the time being he's keeping. Some point he might sell that one too, so I'll probably buy that one off him if he does sell it. But if not, at least I have one. I'd love to have a second one just so I have a pair. And yeah, that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and stay tuned for more videos to come.